Okay, I don't know why people in the internet and the media are saying that Francis Ngannou got robbed. He fought fair and clean and did this and that. Fury, on the other hand, he did the best he could. He was winning rounds here and there, and he was doing a dang good job. And guys, even though Ngannou might have done a little bit better than Fury because of the knockout he did in round three, he didn't win a lot of rounds that were like single rounds that were like, oh, this was a fair, easy round to judge. Guys, the rounds I was giving out to Fury and Ngannou were not always that close if you count round two, round four, and round 10. But when you count the other 7 rounds, like this, Fury had round one easily. We had round three, the knockout. So that was a 10-8 for Ngannou. So if you had to take that away, give that 1 point away. Even though I did give Ngannou round two, so that makes it easy for him. Round four was even, and it was actually close enough to be a little bit of a Fury win. And then he went to round five, round six. He came back strong. He was winning it through like nothing. And if you had to count that moment, we can ignore that moment with the famous elbow grease that Fury gave to Ngannou if we don't count that being controversial. But everything else, after that, Ngannou didn't have nothing phased. He went through it easily. He got to round seven, round eight, and he just seemed like he was in for the run. He had round four as well, which was given to him easily. So he had that with him. So that was like a fifth round. Um, but after Fury got done with him in round nine, so that was like it was a little bit. Well, I wouldn't say it was a fifth round, but it was like, let me explain. Like I said before, round three, easy enough. Round two is what I meant to say, not round four. That was a Fury round. My bad. And it was round eight and round seven. Those are like the only rounds I gave to Ngannou. He had round two, maybe round two, just maybe, round three, round seven, and round eight. So that was core enough. Fury had round one. He had round four, is what I meant to say, not Ngannou, just round four. He had round five and round six. Easily. Round four was also a tough round for me to judge because it was hard for me to judge. It was a hard, tough fight. Round four and round two were really hard rounds to fight for me. I didn't know who won. Those are two rounds that are still hard for me to judge. And of course, like I said before, he had round nine. When you get to the 10th and final round, it was pretty hard for me to judge because it was the third round, including round two, four, and 10 to be hard rounds. They were hard rounds to judge, and to be honest, I just found it really, really of a hard way to do. It was a hard, even fought round, and I think Fury got through that just barely of a squeak. Ngannou had his own ways, and that was it. But at the end of the day, like I said before, I had it barely 6 rounds to four by a win. Well, I wouldn't say 6-4, but 6-3 or so, or maybe by rounds by four, maybe because of it. If you count the knockout 10-8 in round three, instead of 6 rounds for Fury, it was actually 5 rounds for him and 4 rounds for Ngannou. But like I said before, round two, four, and 10 were really, really hard rounds, so I couldn't tell any of the rounds were scored. Like heck, even the judge that gave 96-93 for Fury, he gave round two, round three, and round eight for Ngannou. He didn't even give him round seven. But that's the same thing for Judge Ed, the guy that gave favor for Francis. He didn't give him round seven. He gave Fury the round. And the guy that favored Fury for 95-94 gave Ngannou round seven. So that was also a confusing fact when I saw that. But everything else, it was it was a 10-round fight that had some dirtiness, an unbelievable knockout, and there was nothing to be said about it. Is there fresh blood for Alexander Usyk? Yes, there's fresh blood here, and I think he's going to see some white here. And even though the fight might happen in December, I think it might happen in the spring because after everything else, I think it's probably better to happen maybe in February or so to mark its 25th anniversary of the last undisputed champion since Lex Lewis in 1999. So I think they should take a few extra months off. But everything else, yeah, that's about it. There's nothing else you can say. Ngannou and Fury, it was a close fight. I don't not the fight was not robbed. Ngannou had his ways. He did got 4 rounds. He might have won a fifth round, maybe a sixth round or so. So maybe a fifth round in any of the rounds. Yeah, well, he won 3 rounds clearly. He might have won a fourth round, like I said, giving him round two. There were chances that he might have had round 10 or round four. It's anybody's round. It's anybody's fight. So it was a close fight, and the knockout helped him, and it might have made him win the fight. Who knows? But you people in the comments, let me know. Francis Ngannou was not robbed. That's my final answer, and I'm sticking to it.